I'm Pistillo, and I'm the President Emeritus at UAT. I started working at UAT as a computer engineer, and I spent 2 years working as a computer engineer and left to be an independent consultant. And then a year later, I came back as a network engineer to fix what was apocryphally called the not work. This was in 1995, and I expected to come back for 6 months to work on contract to just get things rebuilt. After rewiring the school and rewiring everything, rebuilding everything, layers 0 to 3, we got the network running, and I expected that to be the end of my stint. And then 31 years later, I'm still here. Over the last 31 years, there's been a number of things the community's accomplished while I've been here. And I think some of the things I'm proudest of relate really to the things that are going to last, hopefully, forever. One of the moments that impressed me the most is when we established our community focus, which was around 2010. And we decided everybody needed to be really involved in the community. And that resulted over the next 15 years in a massive impact in the local community. We have partnerships with SARC, New Way, EVIT, the Girl Scouts, Warriors Heart, Ballet Arizona. The list goes on. And I think that the most important measure of that is if we disappear tomorrow, would the community miss us? And I think the answer is undoubtedly yes. We've also had a heavy influence in our curriculum and our learning model. When we established our learning model, it evolved since the early 90s. And when we really cemented it as synchronic learning, I was very proud of that because it involved a couple of different concepts, the most important of which was that it modeled what it would feel like in the tech workplace in the learning model. So when you're going to class, it was really preparing you for what it would be like when you're at work. And what I mean by that is you don't just raise your hand at work and expect your boss to come by and help you. We wanted to model our didactic around how it would be to prepare you for the workplace and combine that with the best way to retain new knowledge. In addition to that, synchronic learning has one of the most important components that I think really differentiates UAT graduates beyond anybody else, and that's a student innovation project. The fact that students can come and create something novel that hasn't been done before and building working proof of concept before they graduate is something really that you don't see anywhere else. And it really leads itself to our kinds of students, because most of the students I know from UAT do not want to do what someone else has already done. So I think those are a couple really critical things that I'm very proud of. In addition to that, there's a couple of unique degree programs that I was involved in writing. I was involved in writing the original computer science and network engineering degrees in 1995. I developed the network security and cybersecurity degrees before the word cyber was invented. We did that in 97 and 98. We called it network defense because we didn't know what to call it back then. In addition to that, we wrote our AI degree, we called it artificial life, in 2005. And to think about how early those things were adopted, that's really part of the genetic of UAT, and that's something I'm most proud of. Phoenix Chamber recognized us for the Community Impact Award and the best overall impact. For our size, I think that was just so significant and such a validating moment for the things we've been working on for a really long time. Phoenix Chamber. UAT is made up of a lot of smart people that this is their life's work. And I think my most unique contribution to that has always been working out into the future, providing a lot of vision, but more importantly, thinking about what we needed to do 10 years from now, and also making sure that the little pieces of that were done before people would need it. Whether that was implementing a software I knew we would need 3 or 4 or 5 years from now, or training people on things that I knew would be needed in a couple of years, hiring people that needed to be in place in the future, or really just setting the stage for things that would be a roadblock. I think that was my most unique thing, was really creating that path, that roadmap, not just the vision, but the little pieces that I think would be the stumbling blocks. Make sure those were in place or removed before people reach that part of the journey. Well, UAT is my life's work, so having the Lifetime Impact Award is really a an awesome moment of seeing that recognized. My dad would always say, do what you say you're going to do. And to me, I take that further, and that's to say, make sure that it's done. A lot of people will come up with an idea, strategy, and not really execute it all the way through, and then come up with a new idea, new strategy, and still just churn and never make progress. When I look at that, I say, the best thing you can do is make sure that it's done. It's done, done, done. And for the graduates today, congratulations, because this is certainly the finish line, and hitting that finish line is what I would say is important. Is always make sure, is it really done?